Hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving week to you. I had so many video ideas for today's video. Black Friday is coming up with so many exciting sales, full face of minis, full face of clean beauty, but I found myself without the time or the energy to do any of those videos. So I thought today what we are going to do is a chatty get ready with me with a life update and a channel update. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I have a lot to share with you today. I am using all of my most used, easiest makeup that I reach for when I just don't want to think about it. This is not going to be a tutorial, so I'm not going to talk about each product in detail as I go through the makeup application because I'm going to be giving you a life update. But as usual, all of the products that I am applying to my face will be listed and linked in the description box below. All right, of course, I always start with my Pixie Peach Corrector. I'm so used to talking about products that might be a little bit hard for me not to talk about them. Okay, Pixie Peach Corrector. I'm not even sure where to start with the life update. Let's start with my age. I turned 60 a couple of years ago, recently turned 62, and there is something about turning 60 where you realize time is not as unlimited as it always felt previously in life. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but 60 to me represented the start of the third act, the third act of a 3-act play, right? And life seems very, very precious and very, very fragile. And I don't have the feeling of unlimited time anymore. That is one of the reasons I started my YouTube channel. It was sort of like now or never, and I'm so glad I did. Oh my gosh, you guys. Starting my YouTube channel has been such a fun adventure. I have enjoyed every single minute of it. It has been a huge learning curve, but it just brings me such joy to interact with you guys every single Sunday. Having said that, it has also added a lot of time constraints onto my life. Many of you may know that I am an RN. I got my nursing license in 1983, so that is almost 40 years ago. Foundation. It Cosmetics, Your Skin But Better. So that is almost 40 years ago that I got my nursing license. Nursing has been a very, very good career for me. So I got my RN in 1983, which is almost 40 years ago. I've spent all of my healthcare career in long-term care, nursing homes, rehab centers, transitional care units. I have not been in a clinical setting taking care of actual patients for about the past 20 years. I've been in administration and what we call clinical reimbursement. So I work for a very large senior living company. It's nonprofit. It is a very good company. My company owns independent senior apartments, assisted livings, care centers, memory care units, and transitional care units. My area is clinical reimbursement, which is a very detailed area. It's very much documentation based. It's very highly regulated and highly audited. And I have a team of about 18 people reporting to me. Now, even though, like I said, I'm not a healthcare hero. I am not on the front lines. I am not taking care of patients. But with the pandemic has put a huge strain on every single area of healthcare, and including even those of us who don't directly take care of people have definitely felt the impact. So 2 years ago, I started my YouTube channel. At the very same time, I gotta check my blend. Even though I've used eye drops today, my eyes are red because I'm simply so exhausted. Okay, so even though I am not a direct caregiver and I do not work in a clinical setting, we have all felt the impact of the pandemic at every level of healthcare. And so at the very same time I started my YouTube channel, my job started getting busier and busier and more pressured and more stressful. Kosas Revealer Concealer. A little bit on the eyelids and just a touch there. And lift up the outer corners of the eye. Angie Hot and Flashy. Oh my gosh, this concealer brush is amazing. So at the very same time that I started my YouTube channel, my job started getting more and more pressured, stressful, time consuming. So for the past 2 years, Monday through Friday, I am working a very demanding full-time job, 40 to 50 hours a week. And I spend my weekends on YouTube because YouTube, I really prefer to film during the daylight hours. I really like natural lighting, and I can't do it during the work week very easily. So Saturday, filming, editing, uploading, right? Oh my gosh. What has happened is I have gotten completely exhausted. Look at how that blends. Let me do a spot check. Kosas Revealer Concealer. I absolutely love it. I'm in shade 2.5, I believe. And Kosas is having, like almost every other company, is having an amazing 30% off Black Friday sale. I will list the details of the Kosas sale in the description box below. Okay, back to work. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but for the past couple of years, my job has gotten busier and busier, more demanding and more stressful. And at the same time, my YouTube channel, you know, the more you learn about YouTube, the more you know you need to learn. It's one of those things. Bottom line, last summer, I found myself, like I said, working 40, 50 hours a week. And YouTube, believe it or not, for one YouTube video, I spend about 20 hours a week on YouTube between researching, filming, editing, description box, uploading, and, you know, answering comments, which I love to do. It is about 20 hours a week. Now, I'm probably not efficient and I'm probably a little bit too slow. Bottom line, between working 40 and 50 hours a week and YouTube 20 hours a week, I have just completely run myself into the ground. Last summer, at the end of the summer, I just realized I did not do the things that really nourish my soul, the self-care things. I spent very little time in the garden. I am ashamed and horrified to admit that I did not get my kayak out one time on the lake. And I didn't want to sort of let another summer go by without me being able to do the things that I really need to do in order to feel good, right? So at the end of the summer, I thought, I need to think about retirement. All right, what's next? Let's do eyeshadow. My most used, you know, eyeshadow, Tartelette and Bloom. It is just the easiest eyeshadow palette ever. And I did receive some new eyeshadow brushes. These are from Refer. These are goat hair. I don't want to go on and on. This is not a review. You know, I sort of felt a little bit like a little guilty because I love all my BK Beauty brushes so much. But those are synthetic brushes, and these are goat hair brushes. And what goat hair brushes are really good for is picking up powder products and blending them really well. I've been loving these, and again, huge Black Friday sale of 50% discount. But I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just going into this very light transition color and just buffing it on. Okay, back to my life update. Anyway, so I thought, well, I'll retire in the spring. And then work continued to get more and more stressful, busier and busier. And you've probably noticed my Sunday uploads have been a little bit inconsistent. You know, I pride myself on uploading every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. You know, in the whole 2 years I've started my channel, I've only missed one Sunday. That has not been easy. That has really been, I'm doing it for me. I know that, you know, many of you probably wouldn't even notice if I didn't upload on Sunday, and I'm sure it doesn't really matter that much what time I upload Sunday. But when I can't upload at 9 a.m., I feel bad. I know that's just being a little bit overly critical of myself, but 9 o'clock is my upload time. It's supposed to be my upload time. And for the past couple of months, it's been 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 noon. And I just don't like not being able to meet my commitments. Then about 6 weeks ago, there was so much going on at work. There was so much stress. I was so exhausted. I just put my retirement notice in. So for the past 6 weeks, I have been preparing to retire. I have been finishing up projects. I have been training in my replacement, just wrapping up all the details. And that has been very busy and very time consuming and, emotional too, because, I really enjoy the people I work with. Anyway, long story short, get to the punchline, Tamara. Yesterday was my last day at my full-time corporate job. I turned in my computer, turned in my keys, turned in my phone. All my files are resolved, shredded, or, delegated. And I am officially retired from my full-time corporate job. I'm relieved. I'm excited. I'm exhausted. I think I'm in a state of shock. In some ways. And I just did not have the emotional, intellectual energy to put together an actual video talking about sales, talking about minis, or anything like that. I just really want to share with you what has been going on with me. It's like I've been on a treadmill or a hamster wheel that has been going faster and faster and faster. And all of a sudden, the treadmill stopped yesterday afternoon. And I just need a minute to regroup, right? So much for the get ready with me. Another rougher brush. So this rougher brush was rougher. One of the things I love about these rougher brushes, I can read the number. That was number 27, a nice, big, soft, fluffy brush. This is rougher number 01. 01. You can see it's a little bit flatter, but it's also very fluffy. And this is really nice for picking up a little bit of a darker, really nice for picking up a little bit of a darker color. I'm going to use that for deeper in the crease and that little outer corner there. These brushes are so soft. I am so excited. Reffer did send these brushes to me free in PR, for which I am extremely grateful. But I'm also very happy to bring you the news that they are 50% off, and they are definitely beautiful brushes. They do make applying powder products super easy. My understanding is the difference between synthetic and goat hair brushes is the goat hair brushes, because they're natural hair and they have what's called a cuticle, they pick up and hold onto powder products a little bit more easily than most synthetic brushes. I still love all of my Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. I still love my IT brushes, but these are my very first goat hair brushes, and I am really enjoying the experience of using them. So now I will take that fluffy brush and just blend that in. Again, this is very simple. Very simple. Someone left a comment last week. Do you know, has anyone ever said how often you say very? You say it very often. I know, very. I know. Okay. Then lastly for eyeshadow, this is the Reffer 02, a flat shader brush. And this is ideal for picking up a little bit of shimmer. I think you can see that that is one of my most used, most favorite shimmer colors. Sort of a pinky champagne color. And I am just patting that onto that inner half of the eyelid. Okay, let's see, where are we? Okay, where are we? I'm retired. I'm retired from the corporate world. I'm excited, I'm exhausted, and I am needing a period of regrouping. One of the things I'm most excited about is now I will have the time and the energy to devote to my YouTube channel, improve my editing skills, improve my lighting. There's so many things I want to learn and improve in regards to my YouTube channel. And now I will have time to do that. And also, I always have so many video ideas and just not enough time. When you only post once a week, it's just not enough time to really cover all the areas you want to cover. Okay, tight line. Of course, I'm using my L'Oreal liner. I'm using a navy for tight lining because that brightens up the whites of my eyes a little bit. And I'm so tired that I don't know even if my eye drops have brightened my eyes up enough. So when I tight line, I sort of close my eye onto the liner. And I just sort of rub it under and in between those eyelashes. Just back and forth. Basically under and in between the eyelashes. Close my eye onto the liner. You know, I've never been able to sort of aim the pencil on the tight line while my eyes were open, but I do find it easy when the eyes are halfway closed to just work that pencil under and in between the eyelashes. And I love tight lining, as you know, because it really does make the lashes look thicker and it gives the eyes more definition. Okay, where are we? Okay, the other thing I can't do and talk at the same time is my eyebrows. So I am using the Kosas Eyebrow. Kosas Eyebrow. Oh my gosh. I have really been enjoying this. What color is this in? Soft brown. And it is a brow volumizing tinted gel. And I really like this because it has some ingredients in it to condition our eyebrows and even perhaps to help our eyebrows grow a little bit. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. It's just really nice and easy to use. And it is, you know, I've been talking about my CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow for a very long time. I do love it. It's very affordable, but that does leave a little bit of a crunchy sort of stiff feeling to your eyebrows. This one seems to hold my brows in place and tint them and volumize them without that sort of stiff, crunchy feeling. Okay, so back to health and wellness. What I have found in the past year is, you know, at the end of each video, I always say, take extra good care of yourself so that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy. I have not been taking extra good care of myself. I was watching a YouTube video by Hannah Louise Poston not very long ago, and she talked about the same thing, that if we think about all the elements of balance and self-care in our lives, nutrition, hydration, exercise, you know, making sure you're taking whatever supplements you'd like to take, you know, time with friends and family, time to do the things that bring you joy. She said all of these self-care elements of a balanced life are like little balls. And she said all of her balls, all of her self-care balls had fallen to the floor and she didn't know which one to pick up first. Oh my gosh, did I relate to that? Not only have all my self-care balls fallen onto the floor, I don't even know where they are to pick them up. So I really need to regroup and find those self-care balls and pick them back up again. So that is really what I'm going to be focusing on. And I want to take you with me on that journey. All right, I need some blush. Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the color Mood Exposure. I don't know if you can tell, but I have hit pretty deep pan on this and I am going to need to replace it. This is my BK Beauty Angie Blush Brush. And beautiful. My #1 favorite, most used blush. I'm sure you're tired of me talking about it, but when I need to do an easy, don't think about it, out the door makeup, this is what I reach for. I'm not even doing bronzer today. I always like to put a little bit of blush on my eyelids. Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine in the color Rum Raisin. Okay, so that's the life update. I am officially retired, so I'm really, really excited about really being able to devote the time to YouTube and my self-care and my balance, and I'm really excited to bring you guys on that journey with me. All right, let's do a little mascara. You know, I always use my L'Oreal Voluminous Eyelash Primer. And I just put a little tiny bit of the primer on both eyes. And follow with mascara, L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Wiggle at the base. That primer makes such a difference in giving lashes volume and length. I almost forgot my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. I just want to have a little bit of glow today. One of my most favorite cosmetics of all time. I just put a little bit on the cheekbone and a little bit on the apple of the cheek. And it just adds the most beautiful glow to the face. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing how just getting some color and some makeup and some eyelashes and some eyebrows on my face makes me feel more alive, more awake, more energized. I don't know, it just really boosts my spirits. Not that my spirits were down, but my energy is down. I'm sure you can tell from my video. I'm just going to need a little bit of a minute to regroup. That's why I needed to do an easy video. I wanted to update you on my life update, my channel update. Anyway, so that's my update. I am officially retired. I am excited. I can't wait to bring you improved and more frequent content. If you are excited about perhaps 2 videos a week, I would love it if you would throw this video a thumbs up. You know that really helps support my channel. And I would also love to hear what your thoughts are on retirement. Are you retired? Are you thinking about retiring? What does retirement mean to you? What does it look like for you? You know, it's a whole new world for me. I do plan to build some structure into my days. You know, my girlfriend and I were talking about that last week, and she said she is thinking about retirement, but she doesn't know what she would do to fill her days once she is retired. I don't think I have that problem. I have YouTube, which I'm going to deep dive into very passionately. I have gardening, I have kayaking, I have friends and family. I'm going to get back into yoga. I'm going to pick up those self-care balls right up off the floor, and I'm excited. Now I'm excited. At the beginning of the video, I was exhausted, and now I'm excited. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I always so appreciate the time that you spend with me. I hope you have a beautiful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving week. And I look forward to visiting with you in the comments section, and I really hope to see you in my video next Sunday. Perhaps even earlier. Turn your notification bell on. I just might have a midweek video for you this week. We shall see. Thank you. Bye. I'm in shock. I don't know. What does retirement mean to me? My eye is twitching. Oh. Can you guys see this? No, I gotta go this way. I can't remember where I was. Hi, little birdie. Day sales coming up. Okay, I'm distracted. Did I turn it on? If I didn't turn it on, I'll be so bummed out. Yeah, I did.